The ground here until we get going fast enough to lift off, and then we'll stay down real close to the ground waiting for the tow plane to get going fast enough for him to fly. Bumpy because of the extra speed that we have to fly at.
Okay.
Got about a minute to go yet on the climb. When we reach our release altitude, I'll pull the release. There's going to be a clunk sound as that ring comes out of the pitch in the front of the glider. At that point, we'll go right, both planes going to go left, and we'll finally slow down the speed that we want. Alright, here comes the clunk. As you see, just because we're not being towed doesn't mean we just fall out of the sky.
Right.
You know, this is what the thing is designed to do. And we got off at 3,000 feet and actually gained a little bit of altitude right off the tow.
Okay.
We're still sitting here at about 3,050 feet that we wind up with. You fly this thing as much by feel as you do anything else, and you kind of relax and settle in with the thing that you fly as if the aircraft is part of you, and you'll feel all the up and down motion, and that's how we find those thermal currents to be able to soar on. So our goal is you know, we go to areas where we think that we're going to be able to find some, and then ultimately we find them just by experience and by feel of the aircraft, and then you center yourself in that by a circling motion and searching until you get into it, and then the circling motion keeps you inside of that column of rising air. Like you watch the soaring birds circling around, that's why they do it. They need to be in a glide, but they also need to be staying in that column of rising air, which then allows them to gain altitude so they're losing it. In an unskilled pilot's hands, these things would be extremely dangerous because wherever the air is going up, someplace else the air is going down, and the air that's sinking will take you down at an alarming rate, and if that's not back at the airport, you're in trouble. So, you know, like I said, this is always this, you know, you're playing this intellectual game of always understanding your situation of flight and always making sure that you're going to safely be able to make it back to your landing site, that's not, you know, even a question that that's going to happen.
You know, you also have to be thinking ahead, not just in the moment with the plane, but
exactly.
Where am I, how much time do I have? And
yeah, because everything about this is all dependent on you being several steps ahead of the aircraft and understanding what you're doing and what your situation of flight is. Normally what we would do is we would touch down right only a couple hundred feet from the end of the runway here and then stop at a couple hundred feet beyond that. But what I'm going to do is float the thing and take it down further down the runway.
Okay.
So normally we'd be touched down already here and we'd be coming to a stop right about here, and instead we're just going to fly the thing gently down the runway and touch it down where we want to land instead.
This is also very cool.
Roll the thing on. Just going to roll down through here.
And then,
welcome to glider flag.
Wow. That was awesome. So that was a glider flight. My first time in the air on a glider. It's pretty amazing. You heard the whole conversation there, but yeah, it's so liberating because you don't hear an engine, you just hear wind going by you. And being in the Air Force, I was just used to these loud engines. Yeah,